Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How you doing today? It's your pal. I'm the only pal you got. I'm here. Nice to see you. It is October the 18th. It's Tuesday. 2022 is the year, just in case anyone was, a little confused with your flux capacitor and you've been going back and forth and back and forth. Welcome back to the future. It's October 18th, 2022, Tuesday. And we're following, as usual, a lot of activities here, trying to figure out in plain English what's going on. The Dow Jones Industrial Pre-Market, with an hour to go, is up nicely again today. It's showing a 560-point gain at the moment. Keep in mind that is a collection of 30 stocks. We've got the S&P 500, a collection of 500 stocks, up 76 points, which is even better than the Dow, because the Dow's up 1.8%, the S&P is up 2%. And then over on the NASDAQ, the 100 NASDAQ, 254 is the gain, 2.29%. It's the winner so far this morning. Why are the markets higher? What's making them go higher, and how much higher will they go? And, is this the end of the bear market and all that? No, it's not the end of the bear market. I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble out there. It's just the beginning of a brand new bull session that's going to take us to new heights. No, unlikely. We've got a whole lot of stuff to go before we can pull ourselves out of this hole. Probably 2 years of misery, economic misery that has to fall out before. There will be bankruptcies, there will be reorganizations, there will be mergers, acquisitions, there will be, as usual, all kinds of turmoil in the markets, which is what markets are. And we'll follow it all. Option writers, man, is it good? Is it really great? I am delighted that I'm looking at GameStop up $1 right now, $26.96 in the pre-market. This is great. It's only 43,000 shares. I hate to, deflate your enthusiasm here. It's divide this by 4. We're talking 10,000 shares of pre-split volume. 10,000 shares. It's nothing. This is zero. This is zero. Unsustainable is what I'm getting at. We cannot have moves of this nature without millions of shares trading hands. It won't work. It'll work for a while. You can fool Mother Nature for a while, but not forever. And sooner or later, the hordes come out of the woodwork and the opportunists come in and trade. Right now, GameStop is not the number one stock on everybody's mind. And so it's just, meandering along here, and you guys are writing options and making dough. And many of you are, taking my advisement here saying, I'm going to do what he says. I'm going to write calls into November, December, and I'm going to take fat premiums right here, all-time premiums. And I'm ahead of the market. And even now, if I've written 26s and I got 4.5 for them, and I've written 27s and I've gotten 3.5 for those, hey, I am still ahead on this thing, because these contracts are worth 90 cents if they're 26s. If they're 27s, they have no value. If I've written 25s, they're $1.90 in the market, and I got $4.50 for these things. Look, okay, Bruce, I'll wait this out. You got a couple ways to play this game. As you always have, so many ways to play this game as an option writer. Boy, have you got the chips in your corner. You make the rules. And the number one rule right now is, the stock is up $1 this morning, which means that every share you have of GameStop and every deep in the money call you have of GameStop is worth more dough. That is undeniable. When you see your trades start on the options market here, the next hour or so, you'll note that your deep in the money calls will be higher. And if the shares want to go up $1, $1.50, your deep in the money calls will go up pretty close to that. They'll go up 90+% of that value, because you're in the money and you're now more in the money. The calls that you've written, however, they won't go up as much as the ones you own. The deep in the money calls will go up 90%, but the ones that you've written might only go up 40 or 50% against the market. This is where you win, because you're sitting back going, okay, if I didn't do anything, then I just bought the stock yesterday, I'd be up $1 on my stock. Whereas I have deep in the money calls and they're up like 90 cents. but my calls that I wrote went up 50 cents, so I'm only up 40 cents instead of $1. True. But what if tomorrow the shares drop $1? Then what? Well, the person who bought was up $1, down $1, they're unchanged. Those of you who bought deep in the money calls, they went up and came back, and those calls you wrote went up a little and came back lower because time keeps evaporating these calls. Remember, the calls you wrote were out of the money. They had a fat premium to them that is subject to complete annihilation. In other words, money in your pocket. And so you're sitting there going, okay, stock, just do whatever you want. It's okay with me. You want to go to $27? You want to go to $27.50? Oh, okay, I'm not going to stop you. How can I stop you? But you know what I can do? I can do rollovers. I can always, if the opportunity presents itself, and sometimes it does, sometimes you have to wait a while until it does. You get an opportunity where I can buy this call back that I wrote for $4.50. I can buy it back for $4.85, $4.95, $5.25. I can write another call that might be 50 cents higher in strike, $1 higher in strike. 2 weeks later, 3 weeks down the road, a month down the road, for $1 more. I could write one for $6.25. Maybe I'll do that. I'll buy one for $5.25, sell them at $6.25, and say, yeah, come on up here. I'm happy. I'm here for as high as the shares want to go. Doesn't matter to me. I'm a GameStop. I love the company. I love the stock. I'm not going away. Take it wherever you want to go, because if you do take this stock to $27.50 and then you falter come day after tomorrow, Friday, next Monday, you falter to $26, $25.75, and I've just rolled into 28s. Down go these contracts, and they will drop dollars, which is dollars to you, and you'll sit back and go, okay, yeah, my deep in the money calls aren't as deep in the money, but the calls that I wrote have really backed off. Now, whether you rolled them or you didn't, there's going to be a reckoning. Is this a market in a hurry to go much, much higher? Not really. Okay, it's 529 better today so far in the pre-market, but is this really what we're going to open up? Are we going to maintain this? We'll find out, because greed has a way of taking away profits very quickly. This morning, Goldman Sachs came out with their earnings. Good news. They beat the estimates. So whatever the street was estimating they were going to make, they beat that number. The stock is up. That's the good news. There it is. It's up $9.72 a share. Goldman Sachs is $316 right now. Here it is. It's the pre-market. We've traded 181,000 shares. Stock is up. You want the bad news? The earnings of Goldman Sachs are 44% less than last year. That's the news. All right. What happened here is Goldman and Microsoft and many other stocks and companies have in the last few months been quietly suggesting that we're going to revise our estimates. Some of these companies haven't said a word, actually, not even a syllable. But what's happened is, and what happens is, because Wall Street never says sell. Remember that? Wall Street says they never tell you to sell. Wall Street comes out with a story like a lower earnings estimate for Goldman Sachs. All these analysts will pile in and say, well, we expect the third quarter to be this. What they don't highlight is that it's 40% off from what it was last year. They just say, this is what we think the earnings are going to be. And when the company meets or beats those estimates, it's good news. It's fantastic. This is the greatest thing of all time. Oh, you got to love the way Goldman Sachs is up to $317 a share right now. The only problem with the fact that Goldman is sitting at $317 a share right now is the fact that the shares were a lot higher than this a little while ago. Okay, I'm looking at for the year now. This is just, from January to now. Back in January, the shares are sitting at, let's see if I can get this to work on my phone. Sometimes my phone just doesn't want to work. Over 400 a share is where the shares were. They're 317 now. For the full calendar year, we were in the low, like 410s last year. So we're off $100 a share. And yeah, the bank beat the estimates. You never sell. And so the brokerage community is giddy. Oh, we're up $10 a share right now. We're up $9 a share right now. The Dow is powering up 600 points because Goldman is leading the charge. Oh, by the way, the other problem with the market is the fact that the Dow Jones is off substantially in the last year as well. We hit almost 37,000 on the Dow Jones in the last year. We're sitting at 30,185 as of last night's close, and right now we're up 30,800 or so. We're still, 6,000 points away from the high. And so we're bouncing off of low numbers, but I got bad news. The numbers are going to get worse than this. They're going to be lower lows because we're getting lower highs. And we've talked about this. You've heard me go on and on and on about this pattern. This never stops, but Wall Street they'll never tell you to sell, ever. They'll reallocate you. They'll move you around, but don't ever take your money out. Don't walk away, especially if you're down. Don't ever do that. Oh gosh, no, hang in there. Okay. And that strategy generally works if you can wait forever, making sure though that the stock you hold is in viable companies. I mean, you don't want to hold Enron, and watch it go off the face, or Lehman Brothers or whatever. You want to hold the right ones at the right time. But if you're a writer of options, you just kind of say to the market, well, you tell me what you want me to do. GameStop, you want to go up to 27? Okay. All right, we'll go to 27. I'll write 28s. I'll roll from 25s to 27s. I'll roll from 26 to 28s. I'll roll from 27s to 28s. You just tell me what you want to do. You want to go to $28? I'll roll to 28s, 29s. You want to go to 30? I'll roll to 30s, 31s. I'll be there for you. I'll go with you. Sure. I'm not going to fight you. You want to go back down to 25 though from 30? Yeah, I will. I will buy back my calls, and I will write 28s, and I'll buy those back, and I'll write 26s, and I'll buy those. I'm with you. Just tell me how you want to do this, because I'm here forever. I'm an option writer that never goes away. Casinos never go away. Gamblers come and go because they have flights that leave this afternoon. They got to go back to work. What else was I going to tell you about? Oh yeah. News for those of you following the cruise industry. Carnival Cruise Lines, the world's largest cruise line, announced this morning a high yield bond offering. They called it a high yield bond offering. They're looking for $1.25 billion of cash. $1.25 billion. Now, the likelihood is that $750 million of this money is likely paying off an old bond that is going to mature. That has to be paid out in full. So they're going to raise $1.25 billion, give the brokers a little option to raise another $150 million if they want. That's $1.4 billion. Less fees. They'll net out $1.25 billion probably. They'll pay the $750 off. That'll leave them $500 million fresh cash added to the till. And that's another 6 months of money burn, roughly at about $250 million every 3 months, ballpark. So the good news is if they can pull it off, they've yet again rolled over some maturing debt, and that probably takes them out now to 2023 without any obligations until maybe next summer, where they'll have to raise more money then. Hopefully, of course, the cruise line can fill their ships up with a whole bunch of drinkers and gamblers and revelers, and hopefully not too many fistfights on board Carnival ship. And their brands, Princess Cruise Lines, Cunard, Costa Cruises, the Carnival brand, Holland America, they will go forth and multiply dollars and make money, make profits, and stop the cash burn. Hopefully this will happen. Now, what I can't tell you, I'd like to tell you, but I can't tell you yet, is how much interest it's going to cost them What will the bonds be priced at for what interest will be paid by Carnival for $1.25 additional billion dollars? I can't tell you. What I can tell you, again, there's some things I can say and some things I can't say, is the fact that the shares were up this morning. That I can tell you. Carnival shares right now are 727 last night. They're 767 right now. So they're up 40 cents on 1.2 million shares of volume. The bonds are due in 2028. So these are 6-year bonds that are being issued, and they are of a senior priority bonds. They're pledging 12 cruise ships against the bonds. And that might tell you something. Think about this. If Carnival is pledging to the lenders 12 cruise ships of collateral to get $1.25 billion, you divide 12 ships into $1.2 billion, it's $100 million a ship. Okay. Now, that sounds like a lot of money. But to build a brand new cruise ship that Carnival is using, even those new monster ships, the big ones they've just put, the Mardi Gras, that holds up to 5,000 passengers. That's $1.25 billion for one ship. $100 million for a ship means we're talking about the oldest ships in the fleet. They've just packaged them all together and are offering them as collateral for a $1.25 billion loan. They're saying to the market, these 12 ships will not be scrapped in the next 6 years. So we're going to keep these oldest ships. These are probably from the 2000 range, like 2000 to 2010 neighborhood, 2005 neighborhood. We'll keep them going for the next 6 years because we can't scrap a ship we borrowed money on. We can't do that. Although sometimes it is interesting when steel goes up, price of steel goes up. Old cruise ships are worth more by the pound for what steel is on there than an operating machine. It's ridiculous. But right now, Carnival's probably saying to the market, look, even if we scrap these ships, if we took all 10 of them and we scrapped them and sold it for what we can get for them, we could probably get $800 million for these ships, $80 million a piece. That's how much steel these things are made of. So you're risking 50% on your money as operating cruise ships. And operating cruise ships can make more money than scrapped cruise ships because it's a one-time deal with a scrap ship. Where with an operating ship, you keep running it, and then you can scrap it. So they need to generate enough to pay the interest. The question is the interest rate going to be 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? Are they going to post the official interest rate at 9.75%, but they're going to price the bond at 90 cents on the dollar? How's this going to play out? What's the real interest rate going to be? Hopefully in the next few days, we'll have the answer and we'll see what's going on. I anticipate the bond to sell. I anticipate it's all junk bonds. This entire thing is a junk bond. It will sell among certain kind of investors because of the high yield. There will be insurance taken out on these bonds, I am sure. Likely, the way the insurance will likely work is a lender, might be a hedge fund, might say, let's buy $50 million worth of this bond. And we know that 60% of the bond value is scrap value. So really, we're only risking 20 million out of the 50 million. So let's get insurance for 20 million. And we'll leave the other 30 as our risk, because we know that if they can't pay the payments, we can seize the ships as creditors, and we can scrap them, and we'll get 60 cents on the dollar for the steel value, and the insurance will cover the other 40%. That's how they're gonna think about it. And if they can get their hands on a 12% yield or more, that's how they think. And there's your brutal sausage making details of how cruise lines operate sometimes, where the brochure you see and get has a wonderful picture of the ship and a blue aqua blue water, and a beach and the beach umbrellas and the scantily clad skinny tourists, which don't exist, and the wonderful atriums and the beautiful buffets and the relaxing photos of people on hammocks, having a wonderful time. And then there's the bond traders in New York on the 18th floor, the 48th floor, the 60th floor, calling other traders in other towers in New York and around the world going, hey, you want some of this? I got some paper I'm trying to offload here. You want some of this paper? You interested in a yield? What kind of bid you want to throw me? And away we go. So there's the other side. And of course, the families of these bond traders can't wait for themselves to go on a cruise because dad just made a whole bunch of money selling these bonds, getting commissions. And well, why don't we go on a cruise too? And I don't think they'll go on a Carnival ship. They might go on a Holland America. They might go on a higher grade cruise line. Who knows? I'm just speculating here. Anyway, there you have it, everybody. I hope you're having fun. Never, ever a dull moment. Did you hear about Walmart today? Walmart made a little announcement, and the street is picking up on it. And I'm going to tell you that this announcement is indicative of a massive wave that is going to overtake America this year. This next 12 months, you are going to hear about this probably at your dinner table. You're going to hear about this at the Thanksgiving dinner table at Christmas time. You're going to hear this from friends, coworkers, relatives, everywhere. I'm going to say that 9 out of 10 Americans are going to talk about what I'm going to tell you about this coming year within their sphere of connections and people. And it might affect them personally, like literally some of you that I'm talking to right now, it's going to affect you. And it's good news. I've got good news. And for Canadians, before I reveal this incredible news, for Canadians, this news is so powerful that it's going to have an effect on Canadians who are going to fly or drive or walk across the U.S. border legally. They're going to go down to the U.S. border on a holiday, and when they come home, they're going to have partaken in what I'm about to tell you. They're going to without fear, question, any doubt whatsoever. Many Canadians. I want to say millions, but there's only 35 million of us, so it might be tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of Canadians in the next couple of years are going to do this. And what is this? Walmart announced today that they're selling hearing aids this year over the counter. And you might be going, Bruce, what is this nothing burger thing you're talking about? Hearing aids over the counter? Whoop-de freaking do. No. This is a whoop-de freaking do announcement. The hearing aid business has been one of these closed shop businesses where, and if any of you if you're in your 30s and 40s, you know what I'm talking about. Your parents, your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts, people at work that you've worked with that are older than you, to get a hearing aid in Canada or the US, but particularly in this case, America, you have to have a prescription. You have to have a doctor give you the go-ahead to get them. And this is a closed shop. The only sellers of hearing aids are those who are licensed, quote unquote, to do so. This is a closed business. In other words, a pair of hearing aids that cost $4,000 to the buyer, the patient, cost $100 to make, $200 to make, $300 to make. The margins are phenomenal. The other closed shop that was affected in the last few years is this shop right here. These, I'm holding glasses for those of you who are not watching me on the screen. In Canada, Canadians get ripped off like you cannot believe for glasses. You have to get a prescription from an eye doctor. And it's a closed shop. So you go to these eyeglass places and you pay full retail, $500 a pair, $800 a pair, $1,000 a pair, $2,000 a pair for this crap right here. Now, luckily for me, decade or plus ago, more than a decade ago, 14 years ago, I had laser surgery on my eyes. I got them lasered because I was having trouble seeing distances and stuff. And I get to buy readers at Costco. These are $6 a pair. three pair for $18. Thankfully, I've been able to avoid that. But many Canadians are caught in this trap and the hearing aid trap. I have a direct relative of mine I talk to all the time, and luckily for him, in this province where I live in Canada, Alberta, we have, for seniors, you can get hearing aids at a very reduced price, if not almost free under our healthcare system, up to a certain dollar amount. And Costco sells hearing aids in Calgary, right here, knowing the number that they can charge you under the provincial healthcare program. And there are a gazillion Canadians walking around with hearing aids from Costco that cost about $3,000 a pair, that I am certain don't cost $500 to make. They might cost $100 to make. Walmart is going to offer them over the counter. I can tell you that the likelihood is that Americans are going to be spending between $300 and $1,000 a pair for hearing aids max going forward now, unless they want to get some kind of a brand name of some kind, and they're of that ilk. More power to you. It's not necessary. Big players like Apple, Sony, and others are getting into the retail hearing aid business. You are going to be inundated in the United States, inundated with ads on your television. You're going to be getting ads on email. You're going to be bombarded with the great opportunity to get hearing aids all over the place. And don't be surprised if down the road you can buy hearing aids at Costco for $4.99, and you'll get a $100 gift card when you buy them from us. This price, the price of these hearing aids, is going to plummet. Canadians are going to cross the border. They're going to go on a vacay to Arizona, to Florida, and they're going to have a lovely time down there, and they're going to go shopping for hearing aids right away and come home with hearing aids so they can hear without paying those ridiculous Canadian prices, because not all Canadians get these for free. Certain provinces and health systems have it, and certain provinces don't. And this has been a massive cash cow for hearing aid distributors and hearing aid manufacturers, because they have been able to rip off all kinds of millions of people across the United States and Canada under the so-called have to have a prescription to get one. And the markups have been phenomenal. Well, those days are over. We're now in the Wild West of the hearing aid business. There will be happy stories and there will be nightmare stories. The nightmares of where garbage hearing aids will come to the market, which the hearing aid industry is warning against, going, you allow this to open up, you're going to get really crappy brands or knockoff brands coming in here. It's going to be ugly. Yep, we're going to get it all. But at the end of the day, savvy purchasers of hearing aids, and most are, they know what they want, they will figure it out. And if you're buying through reputable retailers like Costco, like Walmart, you're likely buying the real deal with a full-blown money-back guarantee. How can you go wrong? This is going to be a huge deal. This is going to represent tens of billions of dollars in savings for consumers. Tens of billions over the next decade. It is. Most of us don't understand how big this business is, because a hearing aid is so tiny and they're now so subtle up there. Yet all of us are going to need one, or know of someone that's going to need one, or already do know someone who has one. It is huge. The eyeglass business is still in transition from the licensed to the unlicensed. It's unbelievable. If you go to Germany, you can buy full-blown prescription glasses for pennies on the dollar compared to what Americans and Canadians pay. It's shocking. The next area is in Canada now. The healthcare is coming for dental. There's a national dental program coming to Canada that is being funded at the federal level. It starts with the kids, goes into the seniors, and then everybody in between. And the dentists are kind of going, is this good for us or bad for us? It's going to turn the business into a higher volume business, because more people can get teeth looked after, which is a good thing. But there will be funding limits as to how much the government will pay towards the service. The question is, if you get $100 from the government to get your teeth cleaned, will the dentist charge $200 and you got to come up with the other 100? There's the question: where do you go to get your teeth cleaned for the government rate versus the real rate? I don't know the details of all of that. That is being constructed as we speak, but that is another area in Canada that is happening, and it's been called upon for decades by health professionals that dental health is one of the highest priorities, because rotting teeth and cavities and pain and jumping, it is a huge cost to the economy of any country, because if your workers, if your employees of the world have got tooth pain and everything else, they're not concentrating on their job all that much. They're concentrating on getting this resolved. And anyway, that's what's going on. So the ears, the eyes, the teeth, we're all falling apart, and we all need to be repaired and maintained. But this hearing aid thing is a big deal, and this went through just in the last little while. Under Biden, this came through. What I wonder about is, again, the healthcare, the midterms coming up. What is it, November 4th? I don't know if Americans fully understand what their their vote means on November 4. They're the people, the candidates, candidate 1, candidate 2. There are this person is backed by this person. This person is backed by this person. But then there's the issues and the reversal of policies that are waiting to be enacted by the Republicans the minute they get in. The list is lengthy, and the question now is the Roe versus Wade decision is on the line. Healthcare, a lot of healthcare things on the line. Student loan forgiveness is on the line. There are so many financial reasons why one party or the other party might be the best way to go. And I bet you that 9 out of 10 Americans just aren't paying attention or care, or their vote could be so light this midterm, unfortunately for America, that some real wackos are going to get in there, and it is going to be a circus, a clown show for 2 more years. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is going to be something that we're watching on the outside. Here in Canada, we are amazed. We are dumbfounded. We are blown away by what we are witnessing happening below the 49th parallel. You know what the number 1 priority is for most Canadians my age? The number 1 thing we hope for in the U.S. is somehow, some way, through one bill, an earmark will be thrown in there. We've been waiting for one thing. Canadians want one thing, but they don't say it very often. But they just say, there's been talk now for years, 15 years. This talk has been going on. The governors, the states that border Canada, basically, are saying to the Congress and the Senate, guys, girls, why don't you enact legislation that would allow Canadians to come down here, and instead of being limited to 180 days a year before the IRS will theoretically tax Canadians for being here on a winter vacay, why don't you allow them down here for 270 days? Give them 9 months. Let Canadians down here for 9 months a year without a taxing, because they pay taxes at home. It's not like they're tax dodgers. They make dough, they pay tax. Americans go to Canada, we give them 9 months up here. Canadians go to America, they get 9 months a year to come down here. All is well. Spend your money. In other words, let these Canadians down here that spend money but don't vote. I mean, how great is this? They come down to California, they spend all this money on rent and gas and food and entertainment, and they can't vote. It's the perfect person. And then they go home and they make their money there, and then they come back and spend more money. Why wouldn't we want to give them more time to come on down here with those RVs and buy their condos down here and retire comfortably on their dime? Let them spend their pension money here. This is great. California gets it. Arizona gets it. Florida gets it, and other states. But it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't yet slipped in somehow. We don't know. We in Canada don't know why. We wonder, why would you not want affluent seniors to come on down and spend a bunch of money? We don't know. There's something political somewhere, or the timing isn't right, or the right bill hasn't come along. We don't know. We thought under Bush it would be an automatic, just boom, not a problem. Didn't happen because of 9/11. Then we thought, well, under Obama, but then Obama had the midterm issues, and the Democrats and Republicans, you had all these inquiries, and you didn't get anything done. And then the thinking was, oh, under Trump for sure. Trump is a guy who's going to want business between the two. Now, he hated Trudeau. I didn't get along with him. So that didn't work out. And so now there's Biden. And Canadians are going, why wouldn't Biden? Well, we're thinking, yeah, it'll happen, but it'll have to be in his last year of his presidency. It'll have to be at the very end. It won't be at the very beginning. Politically, maybe it can't be done. Who knows? Well, Canadians just patiently wait with all our money. And we come down for 3-4 months at a time, 5 months, and then we go back. And we kind of go, well, I'd stay longer if I could, but, you don't want us. You don't want us. It's the way it is. What can I say? Anyway, there's some things going on out there. That's what Canadians want. That's all. We just want to come down and spend money. A lot of Canadians actually head down with their RVs, spend 3-4 months, 5 months in the U.S. Then they cross into Mexico, spend 3-4 months down there, and then they come back through the U.S. and back to Canada. And they could have spent another 90 days in America and spent a whole bunch of money on RV repairs, gas, food, entertainment, concerts, employing billions of Americans. You bring tourists into the country who are spending dough every day to survive. That creates work. That creates economic spin-offs. But that money is going elsewhere. And so Canadians kind of go, hey, it's your country. You make the rules. We have our country. We make our rules. Mexico makes their rules. Mexico is very open to Canadians coming down. Oh, they love it when Canadians fly right over America and come right down to Mexico and spend 2 weeks in an all-inclusive, or bring down your RV, or buy a timeshare down here. We love Canadians down here. Because we spend money. It's nothing personal. It's just business. It's not personal. Anyway, there you go. It's funny how Canadians love America. Canadians, generally speaking, love Americans, but we're restricted from being able to do so. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? Americans love coming up here. Oh, they get treated great, and their dollars are worth more than the Canadian dollar. It's bargains up here, and yet the two countries, as close as we are, there's these so-called barriers that make no sense to the average individual, and successive governments come and go, and it never changes. The other one is coming back to Canada from the U.S. You have to declare what you bring back. The border guards in Canada are not border guards for security. They're tax collectors. Canadians know what they are. For foreigners, they're there to protect Canada's interest against foreigners. But for Canadians, the border guards are tax collectors. That's all they are. That's all they'll ever be. And they know it, and we know it. And Canadians are, it's one of the biggest irritants that Canadian travelers have, is when they come back to their own country to get the gears from the guys and the girls. And we pity them because they have to do it. They're made by the tax collectors in Ottawa. Get anything we can out of these Canadians, because how dare they leave the country and spend money somewhere else? Let's nail them on the way home. I don't bring anything back. I just don't bring anything. I got nothing to declare. Want to check my underwear? They're dirty. My underwear is dirty. Go ahead. You want to open a suitcase? Knock yourself up. There's nothing in there you're going to get tax money on. Anyway, it's just this old Canadian ranting and raving. What can I say? We got 20 minutes to go before we open for the day, and the Dow is up 640 points on the pre-market, we are 82 points higher on the S&P 500, and NASDAQ is showing a 272 gain, which is 2.45%. All three indexes are within 0.3 of 1% of each other. The Dow is up 2.1%, S&P is up 2.2%, and NASDAQ 2.45%. Oil, however, with all this optimism, is up 6 cents a barrel. That's it. Texas is up 6 cents a barrel. That right there is the tip-off where, wait a minute, you have to, you as a veteran, once you've been around a while and you've lost all your hair, you go, wait a second. The Dow was up 500 points yesterday, and it's up 600 points right now. It's 1,100 in 2 days. It's almost 1,200 points. And oil is up what? 6 cents a barrel. No. Oil should be up like $2 a barrel now, because isn't this a sign of economic greatness? If the Dow is up this kind of money, this kind of percentage, don't you think that's a sign of a stronger economy coming and more jobs being created and everything going to be great? No, the oil is not doing it, because the reality is demand is being dropped off for oil globally. There's a sign we got us a problem. Microsoft announces 1,000 layoffs or letting 1,000 people go. Doesn't affect the market today. So what we have is a market selectively looking for news and going after selective happiness, not looking at the reality of the situation. And there's where, after all these years of being around, you just, you get kind of skeptical. And sometimes we accuse journalists of being skeptical. You're never giving us good news. You always give us bad news. I'm kind of looking at this going, it's not adding up. What I see here is not adding up to what could be happening here. I'm wondering what is going on. Something is not exactly happening. Anyway, there it is. That's the story. What can I say? Should we wait till after the election to write options? No, you're always writing options. Always be writing. Always be writing. Let's see what else is going on. What else is happening? Good morning, everybody, from Alex. The sun is shining. There's a sea of green in the pre-market. Let's see what the day brings. And I'm number 130 on the thumbs ups. Thank you, all of you who've already been throwing thumbs ups our way. This is wonderful of you. I appreciate it. Lame Duck, number 135. Thank you. Appreciate it. Where are we at now? We've got 136 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. 200 is always the number I'm looking for the morning show. Anything over 200, I call it gravy. So 64 to go. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button and giving us a little momentum. It's much appreciated. Let's take a look at some pre-market quotes right now. Look, it's not all bad news. Rocket Lab, look at this. Yesterday, Rocket Lab was up 27 cents to 422. It's now 437. Seems to be up 15 cents in the pre-market. SoFi closed at 507 last night, up 26 cents. It's now 519, up 12 more cents. Thank you, SoFi. Keep going. GameStop was up 133 yesterday to 25.96. It's now 27.05, up 109. Wonderful. I love it. AMC, look at that. AMC and those ape shares, they were up 56 cents yesterday combined. Right now, they're up another 42. Go. They're not raising any money, but what the hey. Matterport gained 28 cents yesterday to 368. It's up 17 more to 385. 23andMe was up 17 cents yesterday to 309. They're now at 315, up 6 cents. Spire yesterday had a very good day. It gained 11 cents. I don't see a change this morning, so it's not giving anything back. ATIP was up 3 cents yesterday to 104. We're now at 109, up a nickel this morning. Go. Smart Rent was up 5 cents yesterday to 229. It's now 238, up 9 cents today. Cyxtera was up 2 cents yesterday to 308. It's now 310, up another 2 cents. We would love to see that recover. Apple was up 403 yesterday to 142.41. It's now 145.03, up 260 this morning. Goldman Sachs was up 672 last night at 306.70. It's now 318.62, up 11.91. Wonderful. I am happy to see this. Any of you who have deep in the money calls at 260s, 270s, 280s, 290s, the 300s, 305, 310s, 315s, your 320s, you're almost there. You're almost back in the money again. Those of you sitting on 330s and 340s and 350s and 360s, hang on. Let's hope for the best. It's up 1194. See if it can keep going. Look at Cisco. Cisco up 110 yesterday to 41.30. It's now up 49 more to 41.79. Anybody who's been buying those 33, 35, 36, 37, $38 deep in the money calls, you're looking good, looking better. Tesla 219 yesterday, up $14. We're up 9.16 today to 228. Now I believe we get the earnings. Don't we get those tonight on Tesla? We might get those tonight. Those of you who have written 210s, 215s, 220s, 225s, 230s, and you rode out to December and took in some serious dollars, good on you. I love it. If you find that there's an opportunity to do a rollover, fantastic. Can you buy your calls here and write calls that are $5 or $10 higher in premium? A little further out, maybe writing December's or January's, you might want to take advantage of that. Keep in mind, after the earnings are out, Mr. Musk can now file with the SEC his intention to liquidate stock because he needs $6 billion to fund his Twitter deal. And I'm not sure if that's $6 billion after tax. I have to think it is, which means, in my opinion, he might have to sell $10 billion in stock to net $6 billion in stock. So there could be pressure on the stock. If the numbers tonight come out blowout great, the shares might hold this price. Could they gain a bit more? Maybe, but I don't think the numbers are going to be blowout great. I think the cost of Tesla production has been higher because they've been raising their prices. And the production numbers were lower in the quarter because of the shutdown in Shanghai 4 months ago, and parts issues, and the startup cost in Berlin and in Texas. So maybe the shares are under pressure after the bell tonight. We'll watch that closely. ARC Innovations were up 239 yesterday to 36.38. They're up 168 more to 38.06. Microsoft, here we are. We're up 8.97 yesterday to close at 237.53. This morning we're up 5.91 at 243.44. Even with an announcement of 1,000 layoffs, Microsoft is higher because, of course, the anticipation is, well, this is a good move by the company. It's prudent. Management is on the ball. This is what management is paid to do. So let them let go 1,000 people. That will reduce their payrolls dramatically. It's called a race to the bottom is what it is. And when you shrink your way to profitability, you shrink as an organization. And this actually is bad news for Microsoft long-term. But short-term today, we're up 5.75 a share. Option writers, rollover time, and move into 250s, 245s, and enjoy the upside. You're going to make money because I wouldn't fear this going much, much, much higher. Bed Bath & Beyond was up 24 cents yesterday, 5.17. It's up a quarter this morning, 5.42. Pfizer was up 79 cents yesterday to 43.65. We're up 44 now to 44.09. And any of you out there buying these Pfizer deep in the money calls, I sure hope a bunch of you listen to me on this. You have got to be smiling now. $1.20 higher than just 2 days ago already. HPQ up 25 cents yesterday to 25.69. Now up 57 more. 26.27. Absolutely wonderful. I love this. If there are opportunities to do rollovers into 27s and 28s and so on, look at it. Otherwise, keep your eye on it for tomorrow or Thursday. I love it. Deep in the money calls on HBQ, looking better all the time. Carvana was 18.22 yesterday, up 108, up 55 cents more to 18.77. I heard there was a downgrade to $15 by a brokerage firm. So Carvana is getting some continued downgrades, but it's up today. Twitter up 28 yesterday to 50.74. It's now 50.97, up 22 more. Alphabet, Google closed yesterday at $100.78, up 360. It's now up 280 again to 103.58. Amazon closed at 113.79 yesterday, up 689. It's now up 436 again to 118.15. If any company is going to tell us what the state of the U.S. economy is, it's going to be Amazon. Package delivery, that is ground floor economics right there. We're going to see what those numbers look like going forward. All right, everybody, welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the show. U.S. industrial capacity in use rises to 80.3 in September versus 80.1 the prior month. That's a headline. U.S. industrial output up 0.4% in September after a revised 0.1% drop in prior month. And we'll see if there's any other news. I don't see anything else yet. Okay, continuing on here. Like I say, Carnival now $7.65, up 38 cents, but only 38 cents on an offering of $1.25 billion in senior bonds. The Dow is still holding a 585 gain. We were up over 600. The S&P is still up 78, and NASDAQ seems to be up 270 at the moment. We'll keep an eye on these market alerts. Interesting. Just looking at any other headlines there. Okay, continuing on. What do we got for commentary here? Welcome, all of you folks. We got 8 minutes to go. We're going to start trading today. Let's see what happens. Kaiser trip number 136. Mellow disc number 137. Thank you guys for these thumbs ups. I appreciate it. My lurkers out there. I have a lurker army out there. I appreciate all of you who throw us thumbs ups. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. We love having the subscriber counts be reflective as well. All of you are becoming members of this channel. I thank you very much. Paper City Gamer Jeff, what's going on, buddy? Companies are going to have increased profits just because of 10% price increases, but soon there will be more competition as people shop around more and will drop profit margins next year. Paper City Gamer, you got one thing right for sure. This price increase game that's going on, yeah. The first thing that happens, obviously, is a retailer like Party City or Walmart or Best Buy, whatever inventory is in the house and in their supply chain, they raise prices on it now. But they didn't pay those increased prices. They're paying increased prices on the next batch of stuff coming in, but they're limiting how much of that they're going to buy because, again, of what they think they're going to sell. And so there's an immediate 1 or 2 quarter benefit to higher prices because you lift the price of the goods at the retail level right away, and the poor consumer is paying a much higher price for the item that the retailer bought a year ago, 6 months ago, made their commitments a long time ago at a much lower price, and there's the gain. The bad news is, of course, 6 months from now, when the retailers have a store full of product they have paid a lot more money for, and they're still trying to get those higher prices. Well, everyone else is in the same boat in that same business, and now you've got the price discounts coming in. The good news for corporate America and retail corporate America, online corporate America right now, and for Canada and Europe, is it's October 18th. So between now and November 18th and December 18th, guess what we have? 60 days of the highest selling season of the year. This is the holiday season. It's about to kick in here. And so retailers are crossing their fingers. Online sellers crossing their fingers, like I say with Amazon, they're hoping for a real good 60-day run here at increased prices, having purchased last year and 6 months ago at lower prices. They're hoping to score this momentum gain. The catch, of course, is will the consumer go along with this, or are consumers going to play a new game, which is called the gift card game? And I think this is going to be a big deal this year. I really think consumers who are looking at much higher utility costs, higher interest rate costs on everything they borrow money on, and higher mortgage fees, higher everything, grocery bills, you name it. I think a lot of consumers out there are going to go, you know what, Christmas this year, we usually buy gifts for 6 people, 12 people, 18 people, 22, whatever number of family members, what have you. I think gift cards are going to be handed out big time, especially to those long distance relatives. And I think that there are going to be a lot of people receiving gift cards in the $25 to $50 neighborhood, rather than receiving $50 to $100 gifts that ultimately cost $50 to $100. Now, the losers are going to be cities and towns and states, because what happens here is if you buy someone a gift for $60 at Best Buy, say a pair of headphones or something, you pay sales tax on that, and that's money into the city and state where you are. But if you're buying them a $25 gift card or a $40 gift card or a $50 gift card towards Best Buy, and you're mailing that to them in another state, they get it. They're going to spend that gift card there, and they don't have enough for a set of headphones for $60. They have enough for $50. They have to cough up their own money. They might buy something lower priced, something that's $45 that with tax is $50, and they're not putting another dime in. These little nickels and dimes that are being lost at the tax level, they add up. For Best Buy, on the one hand, you get $50 now. The bad news is they're going to spend $50 later. When are they going to spend that $50? When you have a sale. You're not going to get the margins on that $50 that you would have had they bought the $60 headphones 2 weeks before Christmas. And this is where retailers are going to pay a terrible price in earnings. Their margins are going to be really badly squeezed through this holiday season into next first, second quarter. And this is where this compounding effect of household America cutting back 5, 10, 15% in spending on gifts as a whole, on dollar expenditures. They're going to keep it down. They're not going to go with the inflationary purchase. They're not going to spend 20% more this year. They're going to spend as much as last year or less than last year, because they've got a gap in their budget. You've got to make up the difference. If your utility bill is $500 a month instead of $300 a month, your mortgage went up to $2,000 a month from $1,200 a month, your new car payment is $200 a month more than it used to be. I mean, if there's all these pressures, including your grocery bill, you're going to cut somewhere. And there are certain areas you can cut. And now it's a question of how you do it. And if you can give someone who's a fan of GameStop gaming systems, you give them a GameStop certificate for $50 instead of spending $100 on something, GameStop's the loser. And the state and city collecting state taxes and sales taxes, they're the loser. But the consumer has to do what the consumer has to do. And there are, of course, how many hundreds of millions between Canada, the US, Mexico, and now Europe. This is going to be a slowdown. That's why there's a slowdown coming. It's all by a cut. Death by 1,000 cuts is what we're dealing with here. One, given the price of GameStop, should we roll out December calls from $27.50 to up to $30? I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that high out at all. You might move maybe $1 on a strike price if the market gives it to you. You got to really see the opening in the first half hour to an hour to see if there's anything there. The option market might not give you the opportunity for a rollover of any significance for your advantage, because you wrote calls that are out to December or November and they're out of the money. They were out of the money, and maybe they're in the money, but only by 50 cents or $1. The money you received when you wrote those calls were so ridiculously high that, they've gone up, but only up 50 cents. And you can't get a nice fat add-on right now to roll over. And so you'll wait, cross your arms, and go closer to expiring. And it might be next week or the week after that if you do a rollover at all. You might not even do one. You may find that, I wrote 26s. The stock's at 27. But I got $450 for these. I got $425 for these. I got a ridiculous amount of cash here. It was all premium. and now they're worth $1 book and premium. They're only up 50 cents from what I got for them. They've gone up a bit, but not a ton. I'm not going to buy these back. I'm not going to roll these. I'll let the time shrink that time premium down. And when these are a 250, they're a buck value, and they got a $1.50 premium on them. They're a 2.5. Maybe then I might do a rollover where I'll buy back 250s and write 450s again, depending on which contracts those are. Right? There's no rush here to do anything. Interesting. Earnings tomorrow on Tesla. Thank you, Nazareth. It's tomorrow. John, God, I love the way companies use inflation as an excuse to raise their prices by tens of percent. I've seen a 50% price increase on some things. That's more than inflation. I tell you, I would be handing out gift cards to relatives with a note saying, if I were you, I'd wait until the first week of January to use this, maybe the second week of January. Allow the post-Christmas crap to happen. And then when January comes around, it is grind time. It is ugly, ugly time. That's when overstocked stores are going to be offloading everything at 50% off. Now, a $50 gift card gets you $100 worth of stuff, as opposed to spending it right away when you get it. This is the advantage of a gift card. Deuce, am I the only one happy the market is up? Daniel, COVID was the biggest transfer of wealth from poor to the rich ever in history. Okay, that's interesting comment. I love the differences in this chat, though, says Kaiser Trip. Coyote, I'd be happy if it actually meant we worked to resolve the issues sending us into recession, but since that ain't happening, this is just a setup for another drop. There it is. Drop equals buying opportunity. Folks, we're open for trading. We're up and running. The bells have rung. We're going. We're jumping up and down. The fist fights are already happening in the aisles. We're missing it all. So let's get things revved up here and see where we're at right now. Just see how much richer are you today? I mean, just how richer are you now? And let's see what's going on. Thank you all for all of your comments, the thumbs ups, the camaraderie and everything. I love it. We're going down a member-only chat. Please become a member and join the family. And we'd love to have you be part of it. Also, don't forget, if you become a member of this channel, you get to do something that you can't do anywhere else. There are other YouTubers out there who, they like to think they're pretty hot stuff. But I got to tell you, I don't know of any other channel where you can use a certain thing that no one else has. We have 171 thumbs ups, 29 more are needed. Here's what I'm talking about right here. No one else has this right here. The knee emojis. The Knights of Knee will decimate all resistance to you making money in the markets. You might not believe it. You might think I'm just making this stuff up. You're just thinking to yourself, he's just hitting that emoji just to try to get people to give him thumbs ups and join his channel. But I'm telling you right now, you use this emoji right here on my chat and things start happening to your stocks. They go the direction you want. Your options collapse the way you want. Aurora knows what I'm talking about. Aurora's right on it. There's no holding Aurora back. LL is on it. There's no stopping these people from making a fortune in this option writing market. You hit the knee emojis and everything, like Moonman Moose says, comes your way. And there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Become a member of this channel immediately and hit the knee emojis. Become a Gold Bagel member and really take control of your life. SR Esteban, thank you. Deuce Caboose. All that green is beautiful. See, you got to love it. We're making money out there, kids. They're just handing it to you. And the neat emojis take you to the next level. There's no question about it. Thank you all for popping in here. Love it. Nice to see you all. Welcome to the home to the party, pal. We're here. Let's get on with it. Thank you, everybody. Larry's saying it was 2 minutes, and I'm going to ring the bells. And Larry was not kidding. He rang the bells. So did Wing Commander. Thank you, guys. I'm back, and I'm on time. Nice going, Larry. Appreciate it. Got good stuff. Susan Shops About says, I went shopping for a coffee maker appliance yesterday. Home Goods had 0. Marshalls had 0. I went to Target, and I got only one on the shelf, $99. Went to Walmart, had one for $69. I bought it and returned. Interesting stuff. Let's see here. Thank you all. Let's see. is your audience writing calls mainly for Americans? Ryan wants to know. I'm interested, but I'm based in the UK, and I'm not sure if it's as easy. I have a bunch of folks in the UK and Germany and the Netherlands writing call options. Canadians, of course. No, this is a wide open thing. You need to find a brokerage firm that will work for you. You may want to do a little bit of Google searching. International brokers, I'm told. Again, there are certain houses out there that are really great at offering you option potential to write options. You have to do some work, though. Definitely take my classes, figure out how it's done, get to learn the lingo and the philosophy and the way the options work. But yes, definitely do some work on this. I'm not sure if anyone here can help. Can we help our friend here, Ryan, recommend a brokerage firm for the UK that Ryan should be using to write call options with? If anybody can help him out. The knee emojis are being hit here. Larry's on it. Splair's on it. Spicy Android is on it. There's no stopping the knee emojis. DH, Ruda, beautiful stuff. SoFi going to 550, says Deuce Caboose. There you go. Let's see what happens. 26.90 on GameStop is the last I saw. Let me see if this is current. Let me get my thing going here. 27.17 on GameStop. There we have it. We're up 632 on the Dow right now to start the day off. Okay, there we go. We're up 79 on S&P. Nasdaq is up 256. So the Dow's up 2.08%, S&P up 2.16, and the Nasdaq 2.4. But oil down $1.25 at 84.21. Rise in oil drilling factors into stronger than forecast U.S. industrial output. There you go. The oil guys are coming to the party, pal. They're drilling like crazy. They're reopening up oil fields. They are bringing out production because they are smelling the roses. They want the cash, baby, with Saudi Arabia doing what it's doing, thumbing its nose at the United States. Iranians sending drones to Russia and wanting to be able to sell oil in the open market. You think we got friends and enemies out there? I think so. Yes, American oil drillers and Canadian oil drillers are producing to bring out the product, and oil is dropping in price because there is no shortage of the commodity. Tiff is saying to Ryan, hey, Ryan, Interactive Brokers will let you write U.S. options from the UK. Right on, man. Right on. Splair, I write from Germany through First Trade, but there are cheaper ways than a deposit to USA. Matthew, I'm 176 thumbs up. Larry, I'm 176 as well. And Deuce is saying, hey, do you think Matterport could go through $4 today? Well, let's take a look. 27.23 on GameStop, up 127. SoFi, 526, up 19. HPQ up 63 to 26.32. Rocket Lab 442 up 20. Moderna down a dime at 136.16. ME up 6 to 315. Matterport up 14 to 382. ATIP up 6.5 cents to 110.5. Smart Rent up 9 to 238. Spire is up again, up 2 cents to 121. How about that? Oh my gosh, cash secured puts on GameStop up 80%, says Boo. Ed Gowdy, who do you trade through in Canada? I use Q-Trade, and fees are killing rollovers. Karen is saying, neat, Tiff. One thing I noticed. Sound like Ricky Ricardo from Lucy here. One thing I noticed, the last couple of times the market went up, oil also went up. The last couple of days, oil went down besides all the green. Yeah, isn't that something? A little thing like that. Oil is not participating in this market. By the way, Cyxtera is up 7.5 cents to 315. Cisco's up 83 cents. Pfizer up 32. Boeing up 181. Home Depot up $8. Vanik up 4. IBM up 230. Microsoft holding a 348 gain, but that's not as good as yesterday. Interestingly, what else do we got going on here? Goldman up 14 to 320. That's good to see. Almost 321. Google up 146. Meta up 188. Royal Caribbean up 264 to 47.75. Get over 50. You can buy puts on Royal Caribbean. What else? Target up $10. JP Morgan up $3.70. Costco up $10. Walmart up $3.15. Nvidia up $3.40. Disney up $2.40. So there's some green happening. That would make sense with a 583-point gain on the Dow. That makes sense. We're up on all kinds of metrics here, but is this going to last? And is this going to go very far? GameStop 26.91. We got to 27.74 on GameStop. 27.74. We're at 26.92 now. Came back much closer to the low than the high on GameStop. What is going on? We'll watch this. Let's see what's going on. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Gaudy is saying to Ed, I'm not Canadian. I'm from the U.S. I use Fidelity. Kareem, where's Rugman? Oh, he's just getting his cape cleaned up. He's had so much muck on it from all the rug pulling he had to do. Yoink! He'll be back. Rugman, save us. Let's see. What else is going on? He doesn't come in until 10:30 Eastern time, apparently, DQ says. He'll be around. Deuce Caboose, I had a donut before the market opened, says Deuce Caboose. I haven't had one in a long time. I wonder if it's a good market juju. I'll do it again tomorrow. Okay. Some folks will go at anything. They'll take it. Kareem is laughing out loud here. Rugman, yoink! Getting that carpet cleaned up, that carpet cape to pull the rug out from under all those believers that this market's going to the moon. Well, we'll see what happens. Amazon is up $3.12. Tesla's up $5.12 to $2.24. Apple's up $3.50 to $145.91. GameStop at $27.01 right now, up $1.05. The volume on GameStop so far this morning, 718,000. That's 175,000 pre-split kind of ballpark. Not great. 12 minutes into the day here. SoFi, 526, up 19 cents. Volume on SoFi, 4.5 million. We love the gains. Keep them coming. HPQ, 26.32, up 63 cents. Rocket Lab up 14. The AMC Ape combination up 46 cents, just so you know. Moderna down 21 cents. ME is up 4 cents. Matterport up 15. ATIP up 6. SmartRent is up 9. Spire up 2 cents. And Cyxtera up 4. Fractional and small little gains all over the place. Pfizer up 23. Boeing up 186 at 137.95. Cisco up 85 cents. A nice, healthy 2% gain again on Cisco. We were under 40 last week. At the 52-week, I think the 52-week low, 38.60. Now we're at 42.15, improving on Cisco. Nice. Home Depot, 289, up 790. Carvana, up 82. Robinhood, up 36. All right. There it is for 585 gain on the Dow. Let's see what it's got. What more can it do? All right. What? Coyote, he's picking up his cape from the cleaners. Rugman is. It was full of filth from those dirty retail shoes that were on it. Michael, bet you have some donuts in your account too? ? Flint, swear to God, if there's a glitch on SoFi platform, it shows up on my account. Closed my margin account and got a margin call. Good going, SoFi. DQ, Michael, ouch, that was harsh. Deuce, Michael, you could be nice and mean, you know. Brian, roll over. GameStop, December 16th strike, 26.25 for 430. Roll to January 20, strikes 26.25 for $6. It only cost me about $40 to $50 to buy back my call, so then I can write these others for $6, bringing in for that extra month. $1.70 more. Not a bad move if you move on that. Michael, sorry, Deuce, I only kid. Nick, I am hurting on my shorts, but I'm not worried. It is all earnings euphoria. It looks like I might get my free coffee and bagel with cream after all on my LFG short. Right on there, Nick. Michael, Deuce, I'm with those Sour Patch Kids. I'm like those Sour Patch Kids. That's kind of what I'm like. Oh, what are you going to do? We're up 553 on the Dow at the moment. And we're looking at GameStop at 27.06, up $1.10. If any of you are able to do rollovers, great. If they're working for you, take more money off the table. Especially those of you who've written November calls. If you can pick off your Novembers and write Decembers and bring in nice cash, beautiful. Even if you write the same contract, the same strike or a little higher strike, nice. Keep an eye on those option chains. Absolutely, that's your job. Michael, Deuce, I lost my fantasy week by 10 points to 1/10 of a point. If that makes you feel any better, Deuce Caboose, actually, it does. Thanks. I feel better now. Everyone's happy. Everyone's kissing and making up. It's all good here on this channel. We're up 511 on the Dow. We're backing up a little bit here. Not as high up as we were, but that's to be expected after a euphoric pop. We're now up 494 on the Dow at this point. All righty. Well, let's see. Oil still down $1 a barrel, 84.46. GameStop 26.88. Up 92, 26.66 now. Another dip on GameStop coming out right now. We'll see what happens. W. Walters, Bruce, I am thumbs up 183 for you. Brian, guys, I know we didn't follow this stock, INPX, but look at the stats from yesterday. Volume, 33 million. Average volume, 66,000. Shares outstanding, 2.16 million. There was a purchase of 4.2 million. Crazy times. I can't follow it all, though. Gary, hey, wait, no one's kissed me. Why the face? What? No one's kissed me. Brian, this is nuts. That is nuts. 2 times shares not outstanding, 1 purchase. Fake shares, anybody? DQ, Coyote, you have to make, you got to have a mustache, I think, to get a kiss. Or the kisser has to have a mustache to give you a kiss. But that's a whole other topic from a whole other time. I don't know if we want to go there. Yeah, we'll see what's going on here. We're at 5. We got a 519 gain on the Dow. We have GameStop at 26.72 now, after hitting a high of 27.74. We've lost $1 on GameStop's run up this morning so far. Spicy has noticed it, 26.63. And Goody, beards must collide. JJ Uncle Bruce, I'm eyeing Royal Caribbean. November the 4th, 2022. 45.50 puts. Let's see. Buy to open, limit 236 bid. Ask Rudy for what are your comments? I would not get a November put. I would go into 2023. I would not be that short. I would be much longer. The worst case scenario is you're paying this kind of money for a put that doesn't react fast enough for you, and you lose out on time. I don't like 11. I don't like only a 3-week time frame on this contract. That's my thought. Jennifer, how are you doing?
I'm good. I get to sneak in on them here.
Yes. Well, the door doesn't squeak. The door to this office does not squeak coming in. Yes, so you slink in here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but then that means you can slink in on me, and I can get a shot to the head. I won't even know where it came from.
No, you see me coming.
Oh,
you got good peripheral.
Okay.
Developed over the years.
Developed over many years' experience.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. Okay. Well, thank you.
Have you been spying on the neighbors?
Duncan is saying hi, Jen. John Anderson saying hello, Jen. Flint Creek, ATIP 114. Rock and roll ATIP. Go ATIP. Up 1 dime. We're up a dime on ATIP. Oh my God, a dime.
Hey.
Spire 121. Keep going. No, I have not been spying on the neighbors. I have not been using. People have been saying to me, "Why are there binoculars in the room?" And I'm saying there are no binoculars.
Oh, no, there's no binoculars.
No binoculars.
I just meant, with your eyes.
With your eye.
Yeah. Just like you've been doing karaoke in the room.
Karaoke. Yeah, Yoko Ono karaoke.
That's right. Oh, he misses her.
I miss her. Do I? Do I? I haven't had enough offers from my viewers to make me go to the storage unit, get the album,
I can't imagine.
Get my record player out of there, bring it all over here, set it all up, and play that album. I have not had a cash offer
people could
that it makes it worth my
the
while.
Storage unit, they would lose all respect for us. It's a nightmare.
It's packed.
It is chaos.
It is. I wouldn't even know where in there
Anything
box is for that stuff.
No.
Because it's 10 feet high, 20 feet
And
deep.
everything has
It's-
been moved
No.
multiple times.
Yeah, well, some of it,
And
yeah.
yeah.
We can only get about a third of the way into it.
The only thing,
And that's after taking a bunch of boxes out of
it's
the
just seeing large items that we can point and with absolute certainty go,
way. Oh, there.
that's a bed.
That's our bed. Oh, there's our dining table over there.
There's a table. Oh,
Yeah.
look, there's a lounger. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, otherwise it's, oh, look, there's a box.
There's a box. What do you think's in it? I have no idea. You want to look? No.
Yeah. Let's make a deal.
DQ, suddenly Uncle Bruce's stream just goes black and it's all over.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Chinese have come to get him. That's why they didn't like what he said. DQ, Uncle Bruce, you are a salesman. You know that if you bring in the Yoko, you'll make money on both sides. Money to play it and money to turn it off. Yeah, but I just don't have enough money on the line to do any of it. You know.
On the Beatles channel, we were listening to the Beatles channel, and they played a Yoko Ono song. Yeah.
Yeah, we changed the channel.
And it was like, what?
What
What am I doing here?
Yeah. I noticed the on the was it the Get Back trilogy that they brought out last year, which I loved. Heather McCartney, the little girl, was in the one day, and she's sitting beside John, and she starts screaming into the microphone like Yoko had been doing, and John's going, "Yeah, do more of that." Yikes, that poor kid. Gowdy, Yoko also brings in the YouTube music bot to flag the show. There you go,
That's right.
the YouTube music bot.
You would think, except I don't think the bot recognized it.
I don't think so, because it was played on a record player. It didn't play digitally. It played on audio.
Is that it, you think?
I don't think they got
I
it.
don't know.
I don't know.
What's it called? Oh, Shabam. Is it Shabam?
What culture band?
It's an app that recognizes music.
Oh, I honestly don't know.
Shabam.
DQ, don't do drugs, kids. Brian, Flint Creek, STIP is up 12%. What? Brian, ATIP, baby, let's go. Let's take another look at our favorites here. ATIP, 118 a share, up 14 cents. And Spire, 121 up 2. Smart Rent up 13 cents. ATIP has traded 500. Let me wait. I'll wait for a minute. I need that to update. Coyote says Shazam is the app. Coyote
Shazam. Yeah,
or
Shazam.
Soundhound is another one. He says.
Okay, Sam.
My ATIP is not refreshing on my phone here very quickly, but 118 last trade, up 14 cents on ATIP. Spire 121, ME up 3 cents. Rocket Lab up 17. SoFi 525 up 18. All these former SPACs are higher, and I love it. But the Dow is up now 486. We've backed off 200 points. Wayne Commander, Uncle Bruce will get money to turn it on and then get even more money to turn it off. Bobby, should be easy to find the Yoko disc. Look for the blocks with the burn. Look for the blocks with the burn mark on the side.
Like the ark.
Like the Ark of the Covenant. That's right. Oh. When you walk down the hallway to the storage unit, you hear this. Oh. And then you open the door and you hear this.
And dark smoke.
And the lights start to
The
falter.
burning
They start
tire,
flickering.
dark smoke.
Yeah. There's this. It's creepy. It's creepy up there. I don't want to do it. You guys haven't got enough money. Coyote, it's being taken care of by the top men. But where is it? Where is it now? It's being looked after by the top men. The top men are on it. They're fine.
So here's a question. Speaking of scary movies and
Question.
Halloween, how many people have already been buying Halloween candies?
Have you been buying Halloween candies for Halloween for your neighborhood? It is, after all, October, whatever.
I know, but it's too early. If I
7,
buy
18.
it now, I'm buying it again. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we have to buy candy. We
I know.
got to get some of that candy.
What I should do, and this is nothing, Reese's is a wonderful company, but I don't like peanut butter and chocolate together. It's a sin against nature. So if I have Reese's peanut butter, they are totally safe.
Well, you get the candy with the Kit Kats. You get that box of the Kit Kats and your Mars bars.
Maybe
and
Arrow
bars, and then with the
Reese's.
Reese's, you hand out the Reese's to the kids.
And the kids love them.
You keep back your favorites. You give them the stuff you don't like, This is the oldest trick in the book when it comes to trick or treating from this side. DQ, top men are on it. Brian, ME dropping out. GameStop dropping at the moment, 26.50. Not enough time to do a rollover. Haha, wasn't meant to be. Nick, what's up with different sound effects? DQ is laughing. France, FFA, how you doing, buddy? Look at me smiling that bought ATIP at 91 cents. My stink bid is 40,000. Listen to Uncle Bruce, folks.
What? That's all I know for FFA.
I'm just short turning. He bought the stock at 91 cents because I said it was a good idea. And he now look at the ATIP. You gotta love this. ATIP 117 up 13 cents. Spire's now up 2.5. You gotta love this. Michael, a candy corn for all. Candy corn for all. DQ, candy corn is the ATIP of Halloween candies.
No, remember the taffy? It comes wrapped in the paper, and I think you can still get it, and it was probably still made in the 60s. And it has a very distinct flavor, which I like.
Well, you remember Macintosh taffy? Remember
I love
those?
Macintosh.
Macintosh bars.
I don't know if they have Macintosh in America.
Do they have Macintosh toffee bars in the United States?
In boxes,
did they ever
whack it on the table?
Whack it on the counter and you break it up into pieces. Susan says, Michael, no one likes candy corn. Laughing out loud.
No.
ATIP at 117 right now, high of 118, volume 440,000. Giddy up, ATIP.
You take your candy corn and you put it into a nice little mosaic with very few areas left in it. You put it in the oven and you heat it up until it gets melty. You bring it up and you put it over a bowl. And so now you have a candy bowl. No one eats it. They use it for crafts.
Look at the 1 week chart on ATIP. Look at that chart right there. Isn't that sweet? Is that the prettiest little thing? That's prettier than Greg Maddox. Did you never? I tell you that? Ever tell you you're prettier than Greg Maddox? You're prettier. You're so pretty. Oh my! Go ATIP, go. Although I see a trade now 104. I think that's a misprint on my machine here. My phone is glitching out. Go ATIP. Michael, exactly. Coyote, I actually liked candy corn as a kid, says Coyote. DQ, everyone thinks they like candy corn until they eat some. DQ, oh, that's not right. No, that's right. This stuff sucks. Glenn,
kids like it.
Flint, hey, I got a lot of candy corn. Coyote, I've been told candy corn tastes like insulation.
It's just going to have to taste insulation.
Here, kids, here's some asbestos. It's just like candy corn, just like candy, just like cotton candy. Eat this. It lasts forever. Oh, yes. Don't worry about that itch in the back of your hair and in your lungs and your throat.
Wait till tomorrow's trip to the bathroom.
Ooh, yummy. Oh, my goodness. DQ, been told. DQ laughing out loud. Top men. There you go right now. That's top right. Men. We have our top men working on it.
So it's my top man going to have for
bagel today. Oh, I'm thinking fried egg and slice of ham.
I knew you were going to say that.
She knew.
I took out a frying pan already.
She melted.
I could feel it.
Top men.
That's right.
Our top men are on it. What men? Top men.
The ones with
Hmm?
Can you say boobs?
Hey, can you say boobs? No, you can't say it. Okay, I won't say it then. PG rated show. I try. I really try.
Everybody has boobs.
Everybody has them. Even old men have boobs.
Everybody does. Just some are more pronounced.
Some men have to wear the man's ear. That's what you got to get for guys. You got to get the man's ear.
That's right. Or tight t-shirts.
Or tight t-shirt. Oh my! More comments are coming in. Lame duck mixed with cashews tastes like a payday candy bar. Bobby, really? Macintosh is hard to find in Canada as well. Missed that one. Karen, candy corn is an acquired taste. It took me years to acquire it. DQ, the bro. It's the bro. The man's here.
The man's here.
The bro. Michael, it's not a bra, it's a bro. The
You
Susan.
have matching sets.
Yeah,
You can match.
oh, candy bar prices are ridiculously high, says Susan. Kids are going to eat a lot of candy corn this year. Nazareth, top men in tight t-shirts.
And rockets. Remember rockets?
Darn it, DQ beat me, says Michael. What's
We
that?
used to get the little tube of candies called rockets.
A little tube of candy called rockets.
Yeah, they're little. They're little. They're about as big as
Really?
my baby finger.
I remember.
And they used to be soft and melt like sweet tarts, and now they are hard and horrid.
Well, I remember as a kid used to get those necklaces with that
Yeah.
that thin white kind of like an elastic, and then it had the candy around it, and you had all these candies, and you'd eat one off. You could
get bracelets that had like a little candy charm.
Oh, candy charms on the bracelets.
Yeah.
I used to remember kids eating their little candy off of their necklaces.
Your crack.
Pure sugar. Then a trip to the dentist, chipped teeth and everything else.
That's right.
Oh,
or you have the kid, you know the kid who sucks on the toque string. Well, you'd have the kid who would just put it in their mouth and leave it in there and just
gross.
Yeah. Suck on it for class time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you remember as a kid,
like, no one is going to kiss you ever.
Did anyone ever do this as a kid? You bought an O. Henry chocolate bar, and then you would bite off all around the nougat. You'd eat the chocolate and the peanuts and the nougat. You leave the nougat, and you'd go as far down as you could, and eventually you'd have this little nougat sticking out of the...
A little nougat. Can you say the word? No.
We can't say that word. No, we can't do that. Oh, no. But I'll tell you, there's nothing tastier than chewing on an O. Henry chocolate bar and drinking it down with a real Coca-Cola. As a 10-year-old, there's sugar in the Coca-Cola and there's sugar in the O. Henry. You get one of those and a bottle of Coke, you are wired up. Oh, you're like...
It's so fuzzy in your mouth, it needs to come out your ears.
Or you get an O. Henry chocolate bar, and then you buy a bottle of Coke, the red colored. What was that flavor called?
Cherry Coke?
No, not cherry Coke. It wasn't Coca-Cola. It was a pop though.
Like Dr. Pepper.
No, it wasn't Dr. Pepper.
RC Cola.
No.
Pop shop.
She's already had one. No, cream soda.
Oh, that's why I didn't know.
You have cream soda with an O. Henry chocolate bar. You are awake for days. Oh, gosh.
I saw in a craft beer place, you could get beer that tasted like cream soda.
Cream soda beer.
And I thought, why? As a child, I didn't like it. As an adult, I'm positive.
That's the kind of beer you give your kid.
Maybe that's what it's for. It's Popahol.
Here's the deal. Okay, you're separated from your wife. Okay, and you get custody of the kid for the weekend. Take notes, kids. Right, and you got to bring the kid back to the mother-in-law, the battle axe. Okay, you got to bring the kid back to the old battle axe. So what you do with the kid is you get the kid all hopped up half an hour before time to go back to grandma's house.
I cut that to like 15 minutes.
Okay, even so. And so when the kid comes out, the kid is about to explode. And then you drive away like all get up. Not that I know how to do this because I haven't been in a situation, but I've seen movies. And I'm thinking that's, and then the other, of course, the opposite is the wife is about to hand the two kids to dad for the weekend, where she's going to go with the gals, you see. And it's the same thing. She's got them all hyped up just before she hands them off.
She's got a little conveyor belt lined up on the kitchen counter.
And as the car, as mom is waving goodbye to the children, as dad is driving with the kids, about 200 yards down, the entire inside of the windows of the car all fog up. You can't see anything, and then you hear the and the car is just driving down the road.
That's the stores. You see stores that have signs that say, if you leave your children in here alone, we're giving them Red Bull and a puppy. So don't leave your kids alone.
Don't leave your kids alone in this store. You'll regret this for the rest of your life. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Auntie Jen, and ketchup too. And thank you.
Want everything.
Oh, I want the whole package. Oh yeah, I want the whole package today. We're going to talk about creamsicles. Oh my gosh. Nazareth candy necklace. Christina, Is this what you guys talk about while I'm hard at work? DQ, where's the Beach Boy? He's missing this. Bobby, all the candy corn in existence was made in the same year. It's the regift candy of Halloween. Susan, number 193, thumbs up, Bruce. Another day in paradise, says Constantine. DQ of Christina, movie and TV show references. Of course, why are you surprised? Coyote, we had some weird people in my neighborhood growing up trying to give kids boiled eggs and hot dogs for Halloween. I'm not going to your house for a hot dog. Sorry, guy. Splair, I was waking up into the right show. Am I waking up in the right show? Michael, a couple of houses by me when I was a kid gave out full-size candy bars and a can of soda. We hit those houses multiple times every year. DQ, Jen derailed the show from stocks to Halloween candy. Splair, okay, I thought already I landed in the wrong dimension. Poor kids getting the worst candy. Susan, I know mums who buy Halloween candy end of season last year who dish out the candy this year, and they give old stuff out with no guilt at all. DQ, I hand out full-size candy bars unless I think you're from a different neighborhood. Then I give you a hot dog. Again, I thought that poor people knew the value of free food. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Oh, geez. 2670 on GameStop. That's what we're doing there. Paul Rodriguez can't stand it. He's become a member of this channel. He's just dying to get into this conversation. Gold Bagel member, no less. Paul, thank you for joining this group today. If you're back, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Do you realize what you've got yourself into? Look, Paul, you get to use these now. Pop up the emojis right here. Neat, 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 neat. There we go. Halloween candy. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you aboard. I'm glad you're here. I'm back, baby. Right on, Paul. He's back. Rock and roll. Michael, was it Halloween? Was it the Halloween candy that brought you here, Paul? What brought you here? America was going on with the knee emojis. Coyote, poor New Orleans kids also know the danger of a stranger and hot dogs. Splair, and I thought you were all polite to kids. DQ, there's always a dental hygienist in the neighborhood who gives out toothbrushes. That's right. Coyote, laughing, Splair. Coyote, we weren't getting lured into that van. No way. Susan, my dad was a dentist. In the 60s, we gave out mini toothpaste for Halloween. At least the tubes had pumpkin designs on them. Remember being embarrassed. No candy given at our house. No way. Dad giving out toothpaste. Oh, I was traveling for months, says Paul. That's why I haven't been here. Welcome back, sir. Nice to have you in the gang. Tiff, neat, neat, neat. Absolutely. Welcome one, welcome all to the craziness of this channel. Join today and pop your knee emojis on this screen. The markets will go whatever direction you want them to go. It's so powerful. The Knights of Knee will take care of you. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Never a dull moment. Matthew, analysts said bank earnings were impressive. This market is something else. I feel the analysts are heavily medicated. They are probably passing on hot dogs on Halloween. Yes, Goldman Sachs profits were down 44%, but they beat the analysts' estimates, and so the stock is up today. There you go. Gody, that's why people became anti-dentite. Michael, if I was a dentist, I'd give out the candy with the most sugar. Good return on investment, says Michael. Splair, seems that you're right, DQ, Mike, brilliant. Yes, hand out the candy with the most sugar if you're into dental business. Absolutely. I can see the shenanigans that hasn't let off here. It's still going on. You gotta love it. 26.74, down $1 from the high of the day on GameStop, but it's still up 78 cents. Oh my goodness. Coyote, Matthew, and media is trying to push Benadryl hot dogs on us retailers. Let's see now. Amazon up $3, Tesla up $2, Apple up $3.29, GameStop up 63 cents. Looks like we're backing up, I think. SoFi now is $5.24, up 17 cents. Let's get this update going right here. The Dow up 532. And let me double check over here. 532, 586, 594. We're up 71 on S&P. We're up 210 on NASDAQ. Oil down 194. Backing off on oil, backing off 83.52. Interesting stuff. Splair, and at least someone was thinking about the kids. I like it. It's Paul, I can see the shenanigans. Here they go. Susan, my bro-in-law had an adjustable rate mortgage during this whole time. He's panicked now. His rates have reset. He thinks he's so smart. Now, not so much. Interesting. Ouch, says Michael. DQ, Susan, yikes. FX is saying I am 199. I think I'm the thumbs up 199, Bruce. We got 201 thumbs ups here now. You got to love this. This calls for another attack from the neat emoji. Here we go. Beautiful. Neat. Here we go. 201 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for popping those up for me. We are through the 200 barrier that I'm always looking for. 203 now have come in. They're coming in. 203 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Those are free to hand out, so don't think it's costing you anything. Just hit that button for me. Thank you. 248 people are here, and we have 203 plus thumbs ups. Thank you all. We've got a Dow holding a 600-point gain right now. The U.S. Home Builder Sentiment Index falls for the 10th month in a row. Headline just coming through, and the Dow is up 600 points. Go figure. Where's the disconnect? You think there's a disconnect? Shez, I am number 200. Thank you, Bruce. Way to go, buddy. Alex, play Rugman by Soundgarden. There you go. SoFi, 5.30, up 23 cents. SoFi, $5.30. HPQ up a quarter right now to 25.93. Rocket Lab is up 15 cents. AMC is up 25 and Ape up 14. Moderna down $1.28. ME up 1 penny. Matterport up 17 cents. ATIP at 117 up 13 cents. SmartRent up 12 cents. Spire at 120 up 1.5 pennies. Cyxtera up 5.5 cents to 313.5 right here, right now. Pfizer up 49, Boeing up 217, Cisco up 72, Home Depot up 760, Carvana up 48, Robinhood up 26, Vanik is up 272, IBM up 195, Microsoft up 346, Goldman up 15.98 to 322.68. Go Goldman, go! Google up 175, Meta Platforms up 153. Twitter up 62, BlackBerry up 19, Royal Caribbean up 336 to 48.47, Target up 821, JP Morgan up 378. We got Costco up 939, Walmart up 313, Nvidia up 229, Disney up 299 to 100 a share. American Airlines 1375 up 55 cents at this moment. Netflix up 248 to 247. Netflix dying to go back, but it was once 700, now trying to get to 250. Interesting. Splair. And again, 1 centino up on Matterport and SoFi. Susan shops about. Splair, something makes me think you would have been one of those kids with a sad frown leaving our house. Some kids even tossed the toothpaste in our yard, laughing out loud. They didn't like it. Nick, could someone drop a big hammer on LFG? It is being held up by the toots. It needs that little knock on the head. Nazareth, Nick, whole market being held up right now. Splair, honestly, I was thankful for everything I could get, but angry when someone was throwing eggs on our building. Paul, 247 people is like walking into a classroom for general education biology for the first time in college, saying to yourself, the hell did I get myself into here? A DQ, that BP LFG deal is what is keeping LFG up. That's it. We got a gain of 573 on the Dow. We've got S&P up now 71 points and NASDAQ up 210. All three markets are now less. They're not up as much as 2% anymore. They're up less than 2% each. 1.94, 195, 1.98. They've all slipped just a little bit so far. Not a lot, just a little. 568 gain on the Dow Jones at the moment. All right, is anybody talking about China? Beach Boy wants to know, where you been? Beach Boy, where have you been? We've been talking about you, wondering where you were. Hope you're well. We've been talking about Halloween candy. That's what we're talking about. Stink bits save lives, everybody. This morning we were talking about rollover possibilities, but GameStop got to 27.74 for like a minute and then backed off. Now we're 26.82, a little lower than the high of the day. SoFi 532. It's up a quarter. We like that. We're happy to see a little gain there. HPQ 2586, up 16 cents or so. Apple's up 336. Tesla's up 496 to 224. Amazon 117.38, up 359. Dow up 546. Susan shops about. My biggest surprise with these buybacks is how much money you need to buy back. Folks need to know you need a cash cushion. DQ, Beach Boy, we were talking the bro and the manzier while you were away. Nick, if U.S. regulators come by and say, sorry, BP, you cannot buy U.S. companies, then what happens? Well, we'll see what that goes. I don't know if this deal will be stopped for that. 532 gain on the Dow. Another little pullback going on. It would appear a little bit of a move lower. Let's see here. Keep an eye on this market here. 2681 on GameStop. 543, 512 now on the Dow. 1.80 and falling at the moment, though. We're backing up a little bit on the Dow. Beach Boy, fall asleep dreaming about GameStop dipping to 120. Okay, Brian. Bruce, do you know about the investor Carl Icahn? Apparently he might be bullish on GameStop. I've heard of Mr. Carl Icahn. Paul Rodriguez. So, Uncle Bruce, I was thinking about with the midterm elections coming up in November, how does that affect the markets in the U.S. and emerging markets? Oh, no, I don't want to go there. Beach Boy, I'm dreaming. Oh, here we are. Oh, thank you, Miss Jen.
Remember how you said you really like it really toasted?
Oh, I like it really toasted.
It's really toasted.
Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, yeah, look at the top of this bagel here. Oh, man, check this out.
A little charcoal with your breakfast.
Look at that. There's the inside. We love some charcoal in our house. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, so much. The ham and egg bagel toasted. Here's sesame seed. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. This is a beautiful thing. Such a good time. It looks like we have a layer of egg, a layer of ham, and another layer of egg. Oh, gee whiz, you dip it in ketchup like that and enjoy the crunchiness. Mmm. 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 Yeah. Those sesame seeds. Mmm. Flavor coming through. Mmm. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Very nice. A couple of headlines for you. Builder sentiment for houses drops to the lowest level since 2012. Home builders say the situation is unhealthy and unsustainable. Another headline, oil futures move lower as fears of a recession outweigh support from tight supplies. Okay. Here you go. Let's see here. What else we got here? Oh, come on, says Paul. Oh, come on. You can talk to us about that. Mirko, Beach Boy, what's up with your inner clock? Falling asleep at 5 o'clock p.m. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Larry, bagel, Beach Boy. Okay, got some bagel coming here as well. Zed, thumbs up, 211. Thank you, Zed. DQ, Nick, BP has acquired U.S. companies before. There should be not a problem here. Michael, damn, now I'm hungry. I got early lunch day. Spare in this is this normally I have free cash buying power, and somewhere every day I get $100 from the margin buying power. First trades at even they give me 7%. I'm not sure what this means. Coyote, I never get hungry until Uncle Bruce eats a bagel. Larry, it's been so long since I've heard that crispy crunch. DQ, Beach Boy, 120. Nick, Uncle Bruce, do you ever have a veggie sandwich? Oh, no. Mirko, the good thing is charcoal filters out any poison antigen might put in your bagels, Uncle Bruce. Shrug announcement soon for ME. Beach Boy, Mirko, my inner clock was tampered with by the Chinese cronies. Paul, that was a litmus test. You passed like flying colors. Love you, Canadians. Cindy, I know this is risky, but I just sold a Matterport $4 strike for January, and I got 62 cents. Well, there you go. Splair, bagel. Enjoy the meal, y'all. Mirko, Beach Boy. I see. Michael, veggies. That's the food. That's the food my food eats. My food eats vegetables. I eat my food. Oh my god. All right, let's have some more here. Oh, this is so good. Oh, oh, oh. Mm, 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 mm. Look at this. Look at that. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. Mm. To quote Kramer, oh yeah, this is good stuff. So good. Very nice. Vegetables is the food my food eats. Oh, I like that. I like that line. Oh yeah. Mm. Mm. So nice. Just. Dow's up. $4.98. Okay. Watching that market. SoFi 532. Oh, let's dip that right there. Oh yeah. Mm. 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 Wonderful. Delicious, folks. Toasted sesame seed bagel, man. Oh man, oh man. Very nice. There we go. Get ready. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. GameStop 26.58. It's dropping. Oh, that's so good. Cheers, everybody. Mm. Mm. It's a sweet ride, baby. Remember, stink bids save lives. Don't be forgetting. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful stuff. Is Uncle Bruce, is Tesla going to go under 180? I don't know if that's going to go under 180. It might, but we got earnings tomorrow. We got selling pressure from Elon Musk coming up all this week and next week. 223 is where we're at right now. Hardly much of a recovery, up $3. Apple 145.44, and then GameStop 26.50 right now on GameStop. We're up only 54 cents. So 467 gain on the Dow. We're backing off on this market. We're up 1.5%, not up 2% anymore. The S&P is only up 1.58, and the Nasdaq 1.7% higher. We are backing off right now. What else is going on here? Paul is asking, has everyone seen the HBO show called Secession? Oh man, I have no time to watch television. No time. None. No time. No time. Oh, gosh. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, it's bagel time today. Good time, bagel times. Mm. GameStop 26.40, dropping again. Low of the day. It's the low of the day on GameStop. Dow's up 459. Mm, 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 mm. 26.34. Oh boy, these bagels are so well toasted. They're just fabulous. 26.26 on GameStop. We're up 30 cents, and that's it. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. HPQ is red. 25.62 on HPQ. 26.19 on GameStop. Mm. Oh boy. Almost done. Hang in there, kids. Almost finished. Mm. Oh boy, so good. So delicious. Oh. Cheers to all of you. Mm. 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 Oh. Fantastic. The yen, just noticing headline, it's trading at 32-year lows. The Japanese yen right now. By the way, Carnival's up to 803, up 76 cents. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the yen right now is at 149.12. Just under the 150 mark. It almost takes 150 yen to buy a US dollar. Lows that have not been seen in a long, long time, since 1990. That is a long time ago. The pound is off to 112.99, just off a little, but it has been slumping all day here. It did touch 114 this morning, but it's now back to 112.9. Euro 98.4. That might be under some peril. Interest rates a little lower for the U.S. rates. German 2.2, UK 393. So right now there's a little pause on interest rates on these 10-year notes, but the Dow right now is up 435, near the low of its day. 1.44% gain on the Dow, the S&P, and a 1.48% gain on NASDAQ. All three are backing up at the moment. Carnival hit a high of 824. It's now 803. Interestingly enough, GameStop is at 26.24.25, holding a 29-cent gain, but that is substantially lower than the 27.74 someone paid this morning to buy this stock. Breaking news: Biden plans to codify abortion rights if the Democrats keep grip on Congress. Biden made a speech at 12:15 Eastern time today, as expected to promise. In a speech coming up, it's coming up at 12:15. He's going to make a promise that if the Democrats maintain their control of Congress in the midterms, then the first bill that he's going to send to U.S. lawmakers in the next session will be an aim to codify abortion rights, according to multiple published reports. Democrats have focused on abortion rights in their midterm campaigns after the Supreme Court's June decision overturning Roe versus Wade, while Republicans have seized on raging U.S. inflation. Yeah, the Democrats really feel that Biden is responsible for the inflation rate. How out of touch are these guys? Way out of touch. Interesting. This could be the most interesting development of the midterms, because if it is a simple fight against women's rights versus the Republicans trying to divert the issue anywhere else, this could be massive for the Democrats. It just requires one set of voters to show up. The women. If the women show up to vote like they did 4 years ago when we watched the midterms through the Trump presidency, the minute the midterms were announced and results came in, the Republicans lost the House, they lost the Senate, they got decimated, it kept going. They didn't lose the Senate, though. They lost the House, but not the Senate. But then they lost the Senate in the presidential election. The wave kept going. The question is the wave going to keep going now, because women have seen the true colors of the Supreme Court nominees, all three that were made under Trump, and they know what has happened to their rights in the last 2-3 years. Will women show up at the midterm, vote Democrat on the Senate and the House, absolutely annihilating this Republican move, and watch Biden bring in this legislation? This would be massive, absolutely massive. This is going to be something that's going to change the lives of 40 million people. And that student loan forgiveness program, that's the other one on the line. If the Republicans get the House, you can kiss goodbye that student loan program. That's going to be eliminated right away. It's really going to be something. Yeah, and Vilbus, GOP already says they want to crush Social Security and force a debt crisis. Great ideas. Christina, Trump aides interfered with CDC's communications with American public to downplay COVID risk. Report finds. No question about that. Headline time now. Headline time. Yeah, it is. It's going to be something. The Hunter Biden investigations will begin the day after the midterms, or well, I guess next January, and it is going to be absolutely a showstopper. It's going to stop all business in America. This is going to be devastating to the U.S. economy. Going to be really bad. But America, you decide. You guys decide what clowns would you like in your houses. Canadians, we pick our clowns. Americans, you pick your clowns. The Brits in the UK, they pick their clowns, and in Europe, they pick their clowns. And there are clowns everywhere around the world. Crazy. Uncle Bruce, I just purchased Lesson 11 from your website, and I got the link seamlessly. I'm very glad about that. Some folks have been having issues. They buy my classes, and the link doesn't come through for them very well. Just send me an email and just say, hey, Bruce, I bought class whatever. Would you mind sending me a link? Just send me an email to my Hotmail address, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. That's right here. This is my email address. Just send me an email. Say, Bruce, I need that. If any of you want a one-on-one get-together this Sunday with your favorite guy, you want to get together with me, 10 a.m. in the morning, noon Eastern, or 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. These are all Eastern times, 10, 12, or 2. Send me an email and say, Bruce, I want to have a one-on-one with you. I want to talk to you about my account. I want to talk to you about my life. I want to talk to you about the Yankees. I just want to talk to you. One-on-one private session with yours truly. Every Sunday, I have 3 openings. Let me know, and I will get you a slot, and we'll get together. It'll be great. Looking forward to it. Zed, good luck with number 11. Right on. Way to go, buddy. Deuce Caboose. I don't understand why the Dems don't pass whatever they want to pass right now before the election. Well, you got Mr. Manchin over there who's been screwing it up, and then you got this gal in Arizona who's been screwing it up for the Senate. So the Democrats need to add to the Senate majority. And that is the question: can the Democrats actually defeat Herschel Walker in Georgia? Would you mind? Could they knock off some Senate candidates, like the Wisconsin guy that said he would not run anymore, but he's running again, this Johnson character? There's a few senators could be knocked off, and that would help tremendously get stuff passed. I would be, from the outside looking in, we'd kind of go, yeah, way to go. My wife says I'm enough of a clown for the whole house. Right on there, Nazareth, and lame duck, and jokers to the right. Larry, clowns to the left, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. There are clowns, Uncle B, but you know what? Bipartisanship is really tough in this nation. It's America. Oh, well, just be kind. Rewind. JR, stuck in the middle with you. Deuce, that ain't happening, Uncle B. Matthew, the White House made a website for taking applications for student loan forgiveness. It's up and running. Zed, should we watch you Lesson 11 and then book a one-on-one whenever you're ready? Zed, you just let me know whenever you're ready. Splair, we need better clowns in the politics. Vote Splair TV and the world would be better. There you go. Thank you for volunteering, my friend. That's great. We're up just 400 points now. 405 on the Dow. Backing up. Amazon is up, but only up 220. Tesla's up 23 cents now. Apple is up 257, backing off. GameStop is at 26.41, up 41 cents. SoFi 525 is up 18. We're down on HPQ, down 11. Rocket Lab is up 11 cents. AMC now and Ape, they're only up 7 cents. They're backing off dramatically here. Moderna is down $3.40 a share. ME is down 4 cents. Matterport is up just a nickel. ATIP is up a dime at 114. SmartRent up 5.5. Spire negative 1 penny. Cyxtera is up 1/2 of a penny. Everything is backing off. Bed Bath & Beyond is only up 7 cents. Pfizer up 27. Boeing up 93 cents. Cisco up 45. Home Depot up 464. These are all backing up right now. They're still ahead, but they're losing grounds. Carvana up 32. Robinhood is up 16 cents. Vanek Vector's only up 15 cents now. IBM 140 higher. Microsoft only up $1.40 now, giving it up. Goldman up 13.39. Google up $1. Meta Platforms down 16 cents. It's red. Twitter up 53. BlackBerry up 9 cents. Royal Caribbean up 206. Target up 7. JP Morgan up 3. Costco up 9.70. Walmart up 280. Nvidia down 19. Disney up 175. American Airlines up 37 cents. Netflix negative 230 a share. We've got red showing up. We're only up 395 on the Dow now. We have lost 300 points here so far. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Oh boy, Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce with BB over here. I think we won the Jokers contest in a landslide. JR, student loan forgiveness is about 20 grand. That's a fraction of what people spend on education these days. But would you take a $20,000 deduction in your IOU? I consider that pretty strong. You're welcome, says Blair. Paul, that's all you need to do for a bow. For about Nazareth market-wide sell program is on right now. Michael, looks like my SoFi 550s won't be getting sold today. Boo, Rugman warming up here. Michael, he sure is. Splair, no, what real politics seem to be everywhere. Not really fancy. A new generation of leaders would be maybe helpful in a way. Paul Rodriguez, JR, it's something better than nothing. You know, Vilbus, I actually just did the student loan forgiveness application. I still have around $900 on an undergrad loan. My mom has been paying it. That was the deal we made when I took it out in 2004. Susan, Dems are on it. New student loan website updated. All I have to do is apply for forgiveness. Takes 2 minutes, and you will get it. With Republican taking this to court, Dems want to hand out the money quick. Mirko thought Elon couldn't sell before the earnings. Tesla in the red, dropping like a rock. He can't sell until after the earnings. He has to do a filing, and then he can sell after that. So stock will drop in the meantime. Nazareth, I hope so. I have tons of puts right now. Susan, much like PPP loan giveaway, probably no accountability. There you go. We'll see all about that. We're up 422 on the Dow, trying a little rally here, but we're backing off. Tesla's only up 41 cents. GameStop at 26.63 here, up 68. SoFi holding at 530. And HPQ down 12 cents right now. And there you go, kids. Lots to think about what's going to happen here this next few months. The codifying of Roe versus Wade. Now that giving abortion rights to women federally, that would be really something. There's your choice. You want abortion? Vote Democrat. You don't? Vote Republican. Who's going to show up for this vote? Who? If the women show up, it's over. It's all over. It'll go Democratic all the way, like it was going in the midterms. It's going to be really interesting. And then, if the wave is really strong, it could be devastating to the Looney Tune candidates out there. But hey, women got to show up, man. That's the problem. They've got to show. Okay. All right. Vilbus, there's way more guardrails in place for student loan forgiveness versus PPP loans. Coyote, that plus legalizing weed, they take the midterms. Now, if they brought out legislation, they brought out to legalize this across the board, that too would be the big one. That would bring the youth vote out, certainly. But it might bring out all the seniors who are using this stuff, especially for medical applications. Oh, yeah, no question about it. Number one, the loans have already made. They have all our information. That's true. That means, Nick, that means that means it is inevitable that Musk will need to sell Tesla after earning when he files to sell. That makes sense to position right now to buy puts on Tesla. There you go. You got to decide, what do you want to do on it? Susan Bruce, woman pro-abortion or not, simply want a choice. There you go. Coyote, I applied for loan forgiveness, says Coyote. Spicy Android, stupid politicians. We need people that care about people, not money. Coyote, Susan shops about, good distinction. You need people that care about a just society rather than just getting reelected by whatever means are necessary. How many sellouts are in Congress? How many sellouts are in the Senate? Everyone, almost all of these guys, especially these ancients who've been here forever, who never leave, they only leave in body bags. They will never, ever leave. You got to vote them out. You got to make changes. Man, oh man, what are you going to do? Rodriguez, during COVID, I continued to pay my student loan, but I always believe for the betterment of this country. Deuce Caboose, it wasn't ATIP profitable before COVID hit. I can't remember. Michael, all of them, Bruce, all of them. There you go. They never leave. ATIP was very close to profitable. And I think they're extremely close, generally speaking, to profitability. But I don't know. It's at 112 right now, up 8 cents. Smart Rent up 6, Spire down 1 cent right at the moment. We're negative 2 cents on ME. Moderna's down 332. We're down 11 on Rocket Lab now. No, HPQ. We're negative on HPQ, not Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is up 14. Still holding a 433 gain on the Dow. And GameStop is at 26.58, coming back down again. It's a cesspool, Nick. You know it. But it blows my mind how 80-something-year-old politicians get reelected as if they're in touch with what's going on with 30-year-olds who are paying the freight out there. Unbelievable to me. Such great candidates overlooked all the time, and then for the better good, crazy. Deuce, I thought pre-COVID they were slightly profitable, and then their revenue got halved. I don't know if that happened, but they're going to be a winner. They're just going to be a winner. They're going to be around. We're going to need physio forever. We're always going to need physio, all generations. Makes no difference. We need it, and that's that. Okay, we're up 90 cents on Tesla. It's hanging in there, but it's on the line at 220.25. GameStop 26.55 now. There it is. What can I say? During the first drop, ATF acquired some other company in Texas that was a physical therapy chain as well. Michael Herschel Walker will do good things with his pudding brain and that little sheriff's badge he's got. Oh, he's going to be just the best. Just the best. Oh, can you imagine the deep discussions you'll be able to have with that guy? National security issues. Can you wait till he's on committees? Oh, he's going to be great. Wow, HBQ looked like it was on a run early, but that run ran out. Yeah, who cares? It's right. That's right. We're down 13 cents. Always be writing. Paul, this country has been doing the same thing over and over and over again for generations. What's that's called? Oh, yeah, it's called the definition of insanity. There you go. Crazy and goofy. And how many of these characters get reelected is beyond me. It's just beyond me. They used to talk about term limits for senators. They got rid of that, didn't they? Real quick. They got rid of that. That disappeared off the face of the earth. Yes, indeed, kids. What are you going to do? 26.66 on GameStop. What is going to happen here as we keep running along? I'm now 16 minutes past my time limit. Folks, I'm going to take a break right now and get some rest. Get ready for today's show, 3 o'clock, 1 hour before close. And let's just see what happens here. I think we might have some pullback here. We'll see just, whether this market can hold these gains, or will it kind of drop 2 steps, come up 1, drop 2, come up 1. Is that the pattern for the rest of the day? Just wait for all those home office people who are sitting in their chairs, people who wait in line for physical therapy. Jim, certainly no CTE on that. Herschel Walker, that's for sure. TJ, if either party really wanted to do something, they could just get rid of the filibuster. Then they just need a simple majority. It's all about maintaining power. Nick, we are a democracy in the U.S. There you go. Susan, nervous on ATIP. U.S. healthcare can't keep nurses. Most are leaving. Rehab centers can't get physical therapists, all due to private equity taking over healthcare. They make big bucks. Workers make pennies. Well, Susan, I know that ATIP has been working hard for the last year now to up their numbers of persons on board, and they're still expanding their locations. You're not going to underpay over there. They're not going to come in. So you got to compete. I don't think that's going to be an issue. John, thanks, everybody. Splair, enjoy the break, y'all. Who cares says, all the best, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Enjoy the day. Mirko, see you later, Uncle Bruce and fellow simpletons. Thank you, everybody, for your support of this channel. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming members, you guys. Especially you Gold Bagel members. Love that when you become a Gold Bagel member. 220 thumbs ups have come in here today. I love this from you guys. Thank you for that. Keep them coming in, folks. Have a good break, Larry. Thank you, buddy. Susan shops about HPQ resistance, maybe. A good covered call strike looks to be 26. There you are. 25.64 down 6 on HPQ. 5.35 on SoFi, up 28. Nothing wrong with that. 26.80 on GameStop, hanging in there. Apple up 333, Tesla up 180, Amazon up 308, and the Dow up 458. Trying to hang around. See you in the afternoon, says Nick. You got it, buddy. We'll be here for the final hour. Looking forward to seeing you all. See how things go. ATIP $1.12. One day to be $112 a share, but right now $1.12 up 8. Spire down 1.5. Cyxtera up 2.5. Let's hope for the best. Steady State, Uncle Bruce. I sold a Google put, and it is in the money and expires this Friday. Should I buy it back? I sold a Google put. Well, I don't have the details, so I can't help you here. Matthew, have a good day. Susan, I'm getting smarter every day with Bruce and friends. Rock and roll. You bought a Google put. You sold a Google put. So you wrote one. It's in the money, you say. Google now is, where are we at here? Come on, Bruce. Let's get this all the way up here. Where's my Google? Google at 102.39, 102.40. There we are. We're up $1.60 here. In the last month, we've been as high as about 103, as low as 96, and we're at 102.40. And this is the highest level it's been in a week now, so it's had a bit of a run. It expires this Friday. Well, it depends on how much you're in the money. If the market wants to give up a little bit of ground, this will happen. Now, look, I guess you could look at it this way. Your Google put will only trade for its book value as we come into Thursday, Friday. So you have until then. That's number one. Number two, could the shares drop $3-4 a share? Yes, easily, without even any fanfare. Would that take you out of the money or back to the money? Probably, and then you just buy them back for a profit. Could you do a rollover? Yes, you can. You could just roll to next week or the week after and just buy back your call and write the same call, same exercise price, further ahead for more money. Play that game. You were happy writing the put before, write it again, same strike price, just take more money off the table. Do you have to go out a month? Can you go out 6 weeks? I mean, can you bring in some really serious money on this put? Why not? That might be your play, my friend. I can't tell you anymore because I don't know any of the details. So I'm just guessing with what I got here. Always have a plan, buddy, says Paul. Coyote, I've been, what the hey, since 17. I'm starting to feel my desk chairs in my hips now. Been considering a new chair. I don't know what is going on here. Beach Boy, Bleacher Creature just sent you a Discord link again. Next time it goes for a medium crab bisque. You can't get another dinner. It's not dinner. It's a soup. Jerry, it's soup. It's not dinner. All right. Boo. Zed, the question to consider is, do you want to own the stock or not? Let that lead be your answer. There you go. That's two thing. That's another one. Michael Coyote, look at Herman Miller shares. Expensive but worth it if you're sitting all day. There you go. See, there's thoughts right there. Okay, we're up 444 on the Dow. I got to get going, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. GameStop 2669 up 73. Yeah, here we go. Just remember one thing. Why did you write it? Keep rolling, says Paul. Coyote, Michael, thanks for the recommendation. I will check those out. Nazareth, ABC, that's the ABCs of the channel. Always be writing covered calls. There's that too. Yes, indeed. All right, guys, I'll see you at 3 this afternoon, okay? Bye from Calgary.